Dark Justice 42, that's who I am. Let's close this thing that keeps coming up. And now let's go into the cave. Alright, oh, strength puzzles. Yes, we do have Pokemon that can learn strength. It's a good thing I didn't deposit him. Because Unicorn Man is good at pushing things. So, that brings me to one of the points I was going to make. This cave is one of the only points in the game where the Pokemon aren't randomized for some reason. It's this and the Mirage Tower. And I'd say that's because they're the two areas that were added in Emerald. So obviously they haven't been affected by Emerald Randomizer, which doesn't make too much sense. But whatever. Also, encounters are crazy in here. Every 2 steps is a Geodude. So I hope we have some repels, because I might actually just have to use some. And we can use our bike in here, so that's good news. Should speed things up. Forget you, Professor Oak, I do what I want. Okay, I may have 1 repel. But whatever. Okay, let's go last through this entire cave. Alright. Dig into the volcano. Makes sense. But anyway, here's the battle. He's a hoodie wearing guy. He's got a Puccina. Whatever. At this point, Team Aqua and Magma, yeah. We already beat them. But later on, we get to take on our good friends, Maxie and Archie. They're interesting. In fact, I'm not sure if we get Archie in this hideout, because we've already been around Mount Chimney. I mean, Maxie, not Archie. It's confusing having 2 evil leaders in one game. They really do have the better uniform. If I need to join one of these teams, because they keep making me offers, I'd join Team Magma. I don't want to dress like a pirate. I'd get better Pokemon though, because Nummels and Zubats aren't working. Surely they would have figured this out by now. Oh, no. Let's just see, do we have any other repels? No, we've literally got nothing. From here on in, it's us against the Geodudes. Let's get up our bike. Walk slowly and they won't see you. Yeah, this place is a maze. You get lost so easily. It's crazy. I'm already lost. No idea where I'm going. Torkoals. Alright then. We didn't care about Torkoals. Let's go up here. Double battle. But we can't. Good. Good news. It's better than doing an actual double battle. Yeah. Alrighty then. Hideouts. Hideouts indeed. The battles are annoying and repetitive, and the layout is confusing. What? Join Team Aqua? You wanna dress like those pirate dressing, Carvana wielding, piratical Carvana wielders? That's ridiculous. You stay on the winning team. Ugh, my team are a pain to deal with. But they could just generously boost our attacks. That'd help. Come on, Umbriel. No. Okay. That was unnecessary. Come on. Come on. I'll be your friend. Does anyone remember back when you were 6 and that was an effective method of persuasion? Those were the days. Anyway, let's go this way. Hooray! Free things. That's not a bad thing to be getting. Oh, come on. You again? Does anyone else pretend that this Pokemon are following them around because they've got the same stats and level and whatever? I think that all the time. But, oh. Hi, Geodude. Okay, you can expect this to be the exact same thing over and over again for about 15 minutes. So let's talk about some more interesting things. The first thing I'd like to talk about is The Hunger Games. I saw the movie of that recently. I haven't read the books, I've been meaning to for ages. But then everyone just said, wow, the movie's so amazing, and no one would shut up about it and whatever, so I just decided to watch the movie, and I did, and it was amazing. It was the most incredible movie. The word that I'd use for it was, above everything else, powerful. Yeah, that's all there is to say about it. It was so good. I'm not going to spoil anything, but if you haven't seen it already, you have to see it. Stupidly good. That's not the only thing I've seen that I was incredibly impressed with. Oh no. I also watched, as I'm hoping everyone else did, the finale of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Season 2, A Canterlot Wedding. It was divided into 2 parts, but both of them were shown, so the cliffhanger was a little empty, I suppose. Is that the right way of saying it? I don't know. But incredible. We had 3 or 4 songs, because they were divided. It was 3, but one was in 2 parts, and that was so cool. I mean, why am I fighting a wild Torkoal? Okay, back to that. We all expected Cadence, or as it turns out her name was Miyamori Cadenza, to be discorded or some crazy stuff like that, because John Delancey said that he was coming back. But no, we got an entirely new villain, the Changelings, and that was so cool. But the thing is, as soon as they said Changelings, I expected them to be liquid organisms from the Gamma Quadrant, and I'm disappointed that fake Cadence didn't transform into Odo instead of Queen Chrysalis, which her name officially is. Furthermore, DJ43, which is her only official name, returned. Final Scratch, as most of us know her. And she has an eye color and crazy stuff. Amazing. And Luna was in it. That was really cool, because, she came out at night, and then she was like, Twilight Sparkle, you should not be out at night. Then Twilight was like, fuck you, I do what I want. And then she did random things. Actually had brilliant acting, though. Like that scene with Twilight ruining Cadence's wedding and stuff, that was really good. That was the best part of it. No, wait, no, that wasn't the best part of it. The best part was the epic transforming changeling battle. That was insane. And if they don't include that, that's what Fighting is Magic needs to be, really. Because we've all been excited for that for what? More than a year now, I suppose. Ever since the first Applejack video came out. Yeah. Don't think it is more than a year, but it's close to that. I've run out of things I've seen recently. Let's talk about some things I've seen a long time ago. while I'm walking through the cave filled with torkoals. Hello. So, you know what 6 movies average out to be pretty good? The first 6 Star Trek movies. So, the first one of these is Star Trek the Motion Picture. That was an interesting one, but it was really quite slow. And at that point, well, pretty much the universally agreed thing that went wrong with the movie is Gene Roddenberry, who was the director at this point, had lost his vision of what Star Trek should be, and he was confusing with his own visions of what he wanted the future to be like. So, instead of all the action, the fighting, and the conflict, it was just some guys in space talking to a robot. It was a nice story, but that's the point. It wasn't a Star Trek story. So it did very well in the box office, but got terrible reviews. No one liked it. And sadly, a lot of that carried over to the initial filming of Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. And Wrath of Khan turned out to be easily one of the best Star Trek movies ever made. I would probably put it at second best ever out of all series, and the best out of the original series movies. Wrath of Khan, Gene Roddenberry had kind of been retired forcefully by then. It's a trainer, of course. Put upstairs, given a executive producer role or whatever, or creative supervisor, whatever it was. And he wasn't allowed any input. But it turned out well, because they got, I believe Nicholas Meyer is his name, to step in, be the director. He was originally not familiar with Star Trek. He had to watch the episodes. And that's actually a recurring theme that you'll notice. People who don't know Star Trek make the best Star Trek movies. Wrath of Khan had themes that Star Trek the Motion Picture didn't want to have. People were out for revenge. They were willing to kill and whatever. Khan was a great villain. And that movie turned out to be far more of a success, even though it did have a lot of troubles getting started because of the first movie. It had turned out pretty badly, so they had to run with that and bear the burden of it. A lower budget, and Leonard Nimoy didn't want to go back. So how can you make a Star Trek movie without Spock? That's the thing. Eventually they did get him back, under the assumption that this would be the final Star Trek movie, and so they gave Spock a death scene, and that's what got Leonard Nimoy interested. And then I keep doing that, and then he did it. So it was really good. That was a sad scene. And then Scotty played bagpipes. That made it less sad, but it was still good, despite Scottishness. Then the third one was The Search of Spock. Because Wrath of Khan had been such a success, they needed to have Spock back. Leonard Nimoy wanted to keep in it after that, so they wrote Search for Spock, and with that the plot wasn't very good. Because the plot was Spock is dead, let's go to the Genesis planet, and oh my, we found Spock. But you could tell they were going to find Spock all along. The title of the movie is A Search for Spock. And it was a very good plot, actually. Lots of the stuff with the Klingons, that was great. But I feel like the acting wasn't brilliant. When Captain Kirk's son was killed, William Shatner just, Groudon happening, exciting. Missed his chair when trying to sit down, and that wasn't very dramatic. Next one is Voyage Home. That's when they gave Leonard Nimoy a shot at directing. Because, he was ready by then. He was Star Trek, mostly, I suppose. And that was brilliant. That was a comedy Star Trek. It was the only comedy Star Trek movie. There's quite a few episodes. It's like a Trouble with Tribbles style episode, but it's also time travel. Everyone likes time travel. So that was brilliant. They had the whales. That was hilarious when Spark dives in and mind melds. That's crazy. That's a good movie. It's very good. It's one of my favorites. Next, Final Frontier. That's when they decided to give William Shatner a turn at directing. This was a bad idea. Final Frontier. Where do you start with that? The plot made no sense at all. No sense. It can't be explained. It doesn't fit in canonically. It's just odd and stupid, and you have no idea what's going on. For the entire thing, you're sitting there thinking, what am I watching? So that movie didn't exist. The next one, oh come on, was The Undiscovered Country. That's brilliant, because you know it's the one that it's the last original series Star Trek thing. It's got to finish it. It's got to wrap it up, and it did that, which is, you know, such a hard thing to do, because there was only, well, 3 series that were actually conclusively wrapped up, and that was the original series with this movie, Deep Space Nine with What You Leave Behind. That was another brilliant episode, and Endgame and Voyager. That was alright. Had the Borg. You can't go wrong for the Borg. So the Undiscovered Country had a lot of Shakespeare references. A lot. Yeah, Klingons like Shakespeare, but it was a brilliant one because it had the murder plot, and they had to figure that out. Yeah, a lot of the Star Trek things do have the detective stories, and I sit there watching and thinking, hey, this would make a great Phoenix Wright case. Oh, my genus. I don't like you. Well, out of the old and of the new, let's talk about the Next Generation movies. The first Next Generation movie was Star Trek Generations, and that's where they really passed the torch between original series to Next Generation, because they had Captain Kirk come back with Picard at the same time, and it was a good movie, but the only point of it was to have Kirk and Picard in the same scene, and they did that. They didn't do that enough. That's the thing. There was a lot of plot development. They had stuff with Data. Oh, good. They snapped out of confusion. So that means they've just got the attack boost and none of the downsides. That's good. Oh no, I've missed it. See, this is the admin. She's Tabitha. She's good. She's even got special music. Speaking of music, you probably can't even hear anything. Alright, that's better. Ugh, alright. Well, sorry about that. Just been talking about Star Trek this whole time. I got a bit carried away. Now, returning to the subject of Star Trek. Oh, what am I doing? I shouldn't be using Pursuit. It's not physical. I need to use Quick Attack. Alright, that's good. But Tabitha's done now anyway. Alright. Tabitha is a girl's name. Alright, they got a lot of mining equipment here, and some big boxy things, and it's battle again. Oh, jeez. The next generation movie was First Contact. And this is the kind of movie that as soon as you start watching a little tiny bit of it, you've got to watch it till the end, despite the fact that you're going to make a terrible episode of your Pokemon YouTube Let's Play and stay up until 3 AM, becoming ridiculously tired, so that for the end of it you just slap together a random piece of titles with Mandy going underneath it. Yeah, it'll do that to you. It's a brilliant movie. As I said before, you can't go wrong with the Borg. They used the Borg, and that was great. That's the best Borg story, because it had the bigger budget as well. You could really, the costuming in that was amazing. It won an Oscar, I believe, or an Emmy. I don't know. But enough about Star Trek. Oh, come on! I take 2 steps. Bam! Torkoal. Leave me alone! Ugh, okay. Maxi. Hi. Alright. Wait, hold on. What are you doing? Why? That's the wrong color. You're using a blue orb. It's red. Can't you see that? It's obvious. What's going on? You crazy? You're making it fly. What's going on? What do you mean what's wrong? You need to use the red orb. It was obvious. What? I didn't do anything. Okay, so now we're battling him for the second time. This should be good. We're running low on PP though. So that's not good. And he's got a Mightyena. That's also not good. The Mightyena knows Intimidate. That's very not good. Oh, look at that. This is just gonna take forever. Come on. Oh, that'll help. Thanks for your assistance. So now Intimidate has been counted and some more. But I am confused. But it's okay, confusion isn't permanent. And we can hit it for pursuit, which is special. So, no damage is being done. But if we get a quick attack in, yeah, then we can expect to see stuff happen. Actual damage, oh yeah, I like the looks of that. So, I don't know if Maxi is going to... Oh, he is, there we go, Super Potion. Alright, it's not a Hyper Potion. Super Potions are okay. Oh yeah, we're out of confusion. So now we can just go powering through it with quick attack. Brilliant. Take that. It's good. It's good. Ah, this is an interesting Pokemon. We're going to continue using quick attack with this whole thing since we got the attack boost thanks to Mightyena. Ooh, there's confusion again. He likes to confuse. On second thoughts, should we try a feint attack? While we have it, why not? So in the feint attack, Umbriel, you better not waste this. Oh, you just did, Umbriel. What's wrong with you? Oh wait, no. Oh, that's good. We keep it. Haha. Oh no. Umbriel, you can't hurt yourself now. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Oh. Fix it. 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 Full restore. That'll get rid of confusion. Okay. We can take this. Jeez. Alright, Crobats are actually good. Don't underestimate Crobat. Word of advice, never do that. Zubats, yeah, underestimate them. You can underestimate them all you want. Don't underestimate a Crobat. Oh, come on. Actually, it's not that bad. He can waste all those super potions for all I care. This means he'll have less for his camera up. Now what? Quick attack. That's alright. Alright. I don't like that. It's got a lot of special defense. So we're gonna have to continue using quick attack. Oh, he's got a quake. That's a good move. It's bad for me. Oh. Alright, let's go. Yes! Alright. Oh, that's close. We gotta heal. But we're almost leveled up too. Finally had beaten a couple of those Torkoals. Oh well. Yes! That is what I'm trying to say. You used the wrong orb. Are you blind? What? The need for the blasted... Are you gonna blow up the volcano? You're insane! Escape rope, eh? I think we all know how this is gonna go. Do I already have escape rope? Yeah, I do. Go! Go! Spin and twirl and fly and out. Alright, that went well. We can fly. On our unconscious Zapdos. We'll flood a little cove because I get the feeling that stuff is going down there. So that's all for this ridiculously boring magma-filled episode. I hope you enjoyed it, or at least my commentary about Star Trek. Goodbye.